I need to tell you about a Tuesday. Not a dramatic Tuesday. Not a Tuesday where everything fell apart in an obvious way. Just a Tuesday. I was in my early 20s, my room was tidy, my life looked fine from the outside. And I sat on the edge of my bed, and something in me just stopped. And in that stopping, in that one ordinary, unremarkable Tuesday, God said something to me that I had been running too fast to hear for years. Do you want to know what it was? Because I think some of you watching this need to hear it too. Stay with me. In episode 1, I told you about a girl who learned to be invisible. In episode 2, I told you about the season when everything around her broke. But here is what nobody tells you about surviving a breaking season. When you come out the other side, you don't come out whole. You come out hungry. Hungry for something to fill all the space the breaking left behind. Hungry for proof that you are more than what you survived. Hungry to finally be seen. And that hunger, if you are not careful, will lead you to some very dark places, looking for the light. The first place I looked for myself was in other people, in relationships. Because when you grow up invisible, when your deepest wound is that no one ever truly saw you, the moment someone looks at you with even a fraction of real attention, it feels like oxygen. It feels like finally. And you will do almost anything to keep that feeling alive. I gave pieces of myself to people who were not ready to hold them. I confused being chosen with being worthy. I confused being wanted with being loved. And every time someone left, that old voice came back. See, you were right. You are not enough. You were never enough. Nobody stays. And instead of sitting with that voice and asking God to heal it, I ran to the next person who would look at me. It feels like oxygen. It feels like finally. Warm and almost relieved, the memory of that feeling. I gave pieces of myself to people who were not ready to hold them. Slow, confessional, one of the most important lines. I confused being chosen with being worthy. Deliberate. Pause between chosen and with. The internal voice lines. See, you were right. Slightly darker. Internal, replayed memory. When relationships didn't fix it, I turned to achievement. If I could just be successful enough, impressive enough, accomplished enough, if I could build something the world could point to and say, yes, that one, she matters, then maybe I would finally believe it myself. So I chased. I chased opportunities with a desperation I dressed up as ambition. I performed. In rooms where I didn't belong yet, I performed belonging. And for a season, it worked. On the outside, it looked like momentum, but on the inside, I was exhausted. Because achievement without identity is a race with no finish line. The wound was about worth, and worth cannot be earned. It can only be received. And then came the identity search, the deepest and most dangerous one. I tried on identities the way you try on clothes in a store, picking up whatever seemed to fit and wearing it until it didn't anymore. I became whoever the room needed me to be, whoever got the most approval, whoever caused the least friction. I had no anchor, no center, no fixed point to return to when the world shifted around me. And the world shifts constantly. People's opinions shift, circumstances shift, seasons change without asking. And if your identity is built on any of those things, you shift with them. I was drifting, further and further from the girl who had sat in a back row and heard that she was knitted together on purpose. I had forgotten. Not all at once, slowly. The way you forget a dream in the hours after waking, detail by detail, until all that is left is a feeling you cannot name. And then came the moment. Rock bottom doesn't always look the way you expect it to. Sometimes it is not dramatic. No big public collapse. Just a completely ordinary Tuesday. You are in your room, everything looks fine from the outside, and you sit down on the edge of your bed, and something in you just stops performing. The exhaustion of being everyone else and no one in particular catches up with you all at once, and you look at your life, Really look at it, and you realize that in all your searching, you are more lost than when you started. And in that ordinary Tuesday silence, I heard something. Not audibly, not dramatically, just a quiet internal knowing that landed the way truth always lands, not with noise, but with weight. And it said, "You have been looking for yourself in every place I am not. Come home." Come home. 2 words. And they did not fix everything immediately, grace rarely does, but they cracked something open. Because home, for the first time in years, didn't mean a place, it meant a person. Luke 15:20 says, "While he was still a long way off, his father saw him." A long way off, not when he got close, not when he cleaned himself up, not when he had his speech prepared. While he was still a long way off, the Father saw him and was filled with compassion and ran. I had been a long way off in the relationships, in the achievement, in the identity searching, in the drifting. And God had been watching the whole road, waiting for the moment I turned my face toward home. And the moment I did, he ran. I want to speak to someone in the middle of their search right now. Maybe you are looking for yourself in a relationship that was never built to hold you. Maybe you are chasing achievement with a desperation you have dressed up as drive. Maybe you have tried on so many versions of yourself that you cannot remember which one is actually you. Maybe you are on your own ordinary Tuesday, everything looking fine from the outside, but sitting with the quiet devastation of knowing you are completely lost. I need you to hear something. You are not too far. No matter how long the road has been, no matter how many wrong turns, no matter how many people you gave pieces of yourself to who didn't deserve them, you are not too far for grace to find you. Because grace doesn't wait for you to find your way back. Grace comes down the road to meet you. The Father ran, and he is running toward you right now. Turn your face toward home. That is all you have to do. Just turn. I found myself not at the end of the searching, but at the moment I stopped and let myself be found. You do not find yourself. You are found. My name is Thomason. This is Quantum Grace, where real stories meet eternal truth. Episode 4 is coming, and in that episode, I found myself back with God, but nothing was moving. The right prayers, the right faith, the right posture, and nothing. That episode is about the wilderness and why God sometimes takes you there on purpose. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Share this with someone in their searching season, and leave me a comment. Where have you been searching for yourself? You don't have to name it perfectly. Just drop a word in the comments. I will understand. I will see you in episode 4.